Dreams and Screams Radio Theater presents the SomniLyte Sessions, an original horror series. You're listening to Episode 2, Ice Crystals. According to the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, only 2.2% of adults have night terrors. If you suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder and endure sleep problems such as sleep paralysis, vivid nightmares, or night terrors, the Somnilyte Institute can help. Dr. Eugene Davenport and his team of experts can guide you to a place of healing through cognitive processing therapy, prolonged exposure therapy, EMDR therapy, and other forms of therapy created to help patients overcome their traumatic experiences. You may feel alone, but at the Institute, we promise you never will be.
Hold. Rebekah, you're going to get hurt. I need you to stop. Rebekah, calm.
I didn't.
There we go. Hello, Rebekah.
That wasn't...
Don't you worry, everything is just fine. You'll have to go back in the ether since we weren't able to finish, but first I need to clean up. Why don't you go take a break in the common room? I'll come and get you in a jiffy. Oh dear.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. Dr. Eugene Davenport and the entire team.
I swear they haven't updated their videos in like... Whoa, hey! Are you okay?
Not sure. I don't really know. That was...
With the Somnilyte Institute by your side, you can overcome the difficulties that have...
Is there a way to turn her down?
I've tried.
We promise.
I can't take it either. Her voice is like the flight attendants in those airplane videos, but worse, because we're not going anywhere. I have nowhere to go. But that's not the point. They don't even have peanuts in the vending machine. No ginger ale. We just hear her voice every day.
Hey, easy, buddy.
Is he,
Leon, this happens all the time.
Holy shit.
That doesn't, though.
I cracked the screen. I had a rough session this morning. I hope that's good. You know, it gets worse before it gets better type of thing. That's something my brother would always say. They've all been pretty rough recently.
Yeah, about those. Are they always so... Do you feel... Something happened?
Something usually always does.
Do you normally get pulled out abruptly? I sort of broke a few things in there on my way out of the dream thing.
What?
I've never done that. I've never felt anything right after. Not physically, anyways. I mean, it feels weird for a few seconds when they disconnect you, but you get used to it.
I'm sure it was just...
Rebekah, time to get you back. What happened to the TV?
A bird just flew in and...
You always have an answer, don't you?
You asked a question. I answered. Maybe we should put the TV in the ether to get to the root of the issue of what happened.
You really are the funniest patient we have here. Just listen to me laughing. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
I don't know, Lucy. I stepped away for 2 seconds.
I'm sure nothing happened that hasn't happened before. We don't need to tell anyone anything.
And where were you? Okay, never mind. Just get her all set up again, and this time make sure everything is in order. Rebekah, follow me. We're almost ready for you.
You'll be fine.
Of course she will. Let's try this again. Come lay down.
How many nurses does it take to...
Thought I'd come in to observe your first full session. Nurse Lucy asked for some assistance.
All nurses assist each other when needed. It's what we do here at the Institute. Let's get started. Count back from 10 again.
10, 9, 8, 7. Eden? Eden?
Rebekah, I'm here.
I can't see you.
This is your therapy, Rebekah. I'm just here to observe.
Why a forest?
This ether reality is built upon your fears. Our software reads your neural patterns and uses the data to configure an environment suitable to your needs.
So I'm afraid of trees?
Perhaps the better question would be, what's lurking behind the trees?
Eden, what is that?
Your therapy is in your own hands, Rebekah. To make the session end, you need to confront your fears, to overcome them.
Eden.
It's also worth mentioning that the neural interface is directly linked to the ether environment.
What's that mean?
Somnilyte therapy creates a fully sensory virtual world. Your interactions within the ether can trigger the sensory receptors of your brain. To be simple, what you see, you feel.
What am I supposed to do?
Perhaps you should run.
Shit! Come, keep moving. I guess I should thank you.
That was a close one. Smell that?
Smells like sulfur and methane?
I wasn't talking about that smell. The other one.
Where are we? I've never even been in a swamp before. Eden?
Eden can't help you.
Right, I have to let this play out. I wasn't expecting it to smell and feel so.
Real? We're almost there.
I can't see anything through this fog.
I like the fog. It reminds me of puzzles.
Puzzles?
Ice crystals suspended in the air, hiding behind other ice crystals suspended in the air. It's a mystery out there, waiting for us to figure it out. We're here.
Ugh, what was that?
Your new home.
Ice!
You're safe now. I saved you, remember? And there are people you need to meet.
Come on, Rebekah. It's time.
I'm not.
I said it's time. Get out of the boat. Now.
Ice crystals, suspended in air, hiding behind other ice crystals, suspended in air. I brought dinner.
What took you so long? I'm starving.
Let me go.
Oh, you don't have to be such a bitch about it.
What do you want from me?
Has anyone ever told you how beautiful you are?
Get away from me.
Hold her still.
There's no sense in struggling. That'll only make it hurt more.
Oh, it's okay.
What the?
We're gonna eat well tonight.
Like hell.
Get her.
Eden, please help me. Eden! Fine.
Drop the oar.
Ah!
No, stop! Get away from her! You'll regret that. You're gonna suffer so slowly. You'll have time to think about every mistake you ever made in your pathetic little life. Don't even think about getting in that boat. You have to face me. And you're gonna feel everything. Every slice, every cell, every painful second. I've tasted your flesh. I know you.
You don't know me.
I know what you fear. A taste of flesh, Rebekah, reveals more than just how tough you are. Our secrets are in our DNA. There's no way to hide them once you've been cut open. And your blood, well, it's hiding from something, isn't it? Like what you just did. Bet you didn't know you had it in you. Go ahead. Come and get me.
Oops. Sorry about your knife.
You're...
Rebekah, congratulations. You have taken an important step in your recovery.
Eden, what's going on?
Don't worry. I'm sure it's nothing. The important thing is that you are beginning to recognize your fear.
Stop the session.
Eden?
That was, a perfect session. You did very well.
Remarkably so.
I don't understand. Something happened at the end.
Nothing happened. In the ether, sometimes you think you hear things that you don't. I'm sure that's all it was. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll make sure Dr. Davenport is ready to see you.
Let's get you prepped for your one-on-one session with the doctor.
Helen, thanks for bringing her in.
Of course, doctor. Rebekah, dear, I'll be by to pick you up after.
Forgive me. Please, sit anywhere you like. Well, how did it go?
I don't really know.
I'm told there were some difficulties during your acclimation to the ether. What happened?
I got mad.
About?
Eden! She just kept pushing the fear thing. I know why I came here. It has nothing to do with being afraid.
Yet, your reaction would indicate that fear is a major trigger for you. Why do you think that is?
Look, I'm not saying there's nothing I'm afraid of, but fear isn't what led me here.
Then what is?
Huh?
Well, what led you here? Well, think about the weeks, the months, leading up to your arrival here. What tipped the scales?
I'd been having dreams. Well, nightmares, really. They started small enough, just me and the train station. But it kept getting worse. Towards the end, I found myself doing whatever I could to avoid going to sleep. Caffeine, other things. And when I finally did crash, the dreams were...
Oh, this is good, Rebekah. Don't stop.
It was like I lost control of myself. I'd just lay there, paralyzed in bed. I couldn't run. I couldn't scream. All I could do was watch and suffer.
Night terrors.
What?
In certain people, an excess of stress or anxiety can manifest in nightmarish episodes. It's mostly prevalent in children, but certain factors, depression, trauma, can cause night terrors in adults.
And you think that's what's wrong with me?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with you, Rebekah. You went through something horrific. And there's no shame in feeling the effects of that. But I do think that your symptoms point towards night terrors.
Uh-huh.
And Rebekah, that's something we can treat. The ether is specifically designed to help patients overcome their fears, their trauma.
How is torture supposed to help me?
That's quite a strong word choice.
But that's what it is, right? You forcibly subject us to these horrible things, and it's not enough that we live through it. No, we have to feel it. Sounds like torture to me.
Rebekah, if you really believe that, why are you still here? This isn't a prison. If you're not strong enough for the procedure, you can just walk away.
No, that's not...
I'm sorry that the first session was so hard for you, but I truly believe we can help you. The question is, are you willing to help yourself?
I came here to get better, but I just don't see how this can help.
Oh, you will, Rebekah. It's hard at first, and yes, it takes time, but SomniLyte will work. You need to trust us, Rebekah.
Is it always going to be so... extreme?
Inside the ether? Well, yes, most likely. Treatment takes effort, Rebekah. I think maybe we should stop here for today. You've been through a lot, and it sounds like you have a lot to think about before we move forward. Nurse?
I'm here, doctor. I'm here.
Oh, thank you. We're done here. Would you take Rebekah down for dinner? And have her arm looked at. She must have hurt herself while she was under.
Of course, doctor.
Rebekah, keep the faith. We're going to take care of you.
Where have you been? I looked for you when we lined up for dinner. Had to sit alone. Like a loser.
Sorry.
I'm almost done, but take your time. Did you get lost or something?
No, I was doing my post-Somni session checkup. I think that's what they called it.
Your what?
The post thing with the nurse.
I've never had one of those.
What do you mean? They said it was a regular thing that we have to do after each SomniLyte session.
I didn't know that was a thing. What nurse? Nurse Lucy?
Nurse Dawn. She had to clean my wound.
Clean your wound?
I got hurt.
That looks bad. Like a, I don't know, kind of like,
Bite mark. The nurse said things can get pretty intense in there. I don't really feel like eating anything.
You're bleeding. I would...
Keep this between us. They tried to make it seem like this came from the leather straps around my wrist.
You really believe that?
We treat a wide variety of patients here and strive to create personal treatments that fit your individual needs. For us, it's all about getting to the bottom of your issues and devising a plan to help you help yourself. You can't hide from your problems. They will eventually come to light. And there is no better place to guide you through your journey. Everyone at the Institute is here to fight for you. It's in our DNA. A radio show brought to you by Dreams and Screams Productions. This episode of the SomniLyte Sessions was written by Sarah Brooke Christian and Aaron Wood, and directed by Sarah Brooke Christian. It was produced by Sarah Brooke Christian and Jeremiah Turner, with sound designed by Jeremiah Turner. The series stars Emily Gray, Chase Bernard, Sydni Meyers, Victoria Myssik, Théo Lambert-Scott, Henry Southwick, Sophia Brazda, Hannah Thibodeau, Anna Broussard, Samantha Staggs, Abigail Gross, Mark Parks, Robin Talbot, Zachary Ochinko, and Brandon Persica. Thank you for listening to Dreams and Screams Radio Theater. Subscribe now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can find a link in the show notes to listen to our podcast directly from our website. If you like what you're hearing, we'd love for you to give us a 5-star rating and review us. Tell your friends and let them know how they can subscribe. For more information about the podcast and other matters of high strangeness, visit us at dreamsandscreams.net.